Teddy Atlas welcoming you to the New York City Arena here in Midtown Manhattan for a much-anticipated main event. 12 rounds, welterweights going at it between these two great warriors. He's making his way to the ring right now. Boy, and he's not bashful at all, is he? Look at him, confidently making his way down for this contest. Alexander's focus is front and center as he makes his way to the ring right now.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the professional. And his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, the greatest, Alexander.
All right, remember, protect yourselves at all times. And no headbutts, no low blows. All right?
Well, they've been waiting for this moment, and now they get it. Round one underway.
Teddy, most of the fighters that you train throughout your career are guys that could be described as this, guys that really will bring it and are able to do it throughout the whole fight and go the distance. What's the mental makeup of a guy like that?
Confidence. He's been there before. He's sure that he can do it.
A nice jab by Alexander. Good block there by the professional. He missed with that headshot. Excellent jab by Alexander. Way to block there. Good fundamental work, landing the 1-2 there. Nice block by the professional. Alexander's swelling means that this fight could go south for him. Alexander's eye, to me, is getting worse as things continue on here. Teddy, he's got to be very conscious of that, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, and his corner has to be too. They got to be thinking about if it gets to the point where he can't defend himself, they have to do something. Obviously, they didn't come here thinking they were going to have to stop this fight.
Both guys have a reputation of being technical boxers. Leads us to believe we're getting a distance fight here.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, the only way that changes is maybe, you know, you never know, a headbutt, something like that, all of a sudden short circuits that. But the way their track record is, you're pretty good chance it's going rounds.
Would you rather have a fighter who's feared or a fighter who's fearless?
I feel like I'm talking to Sonny from the Bronx Tale, but I think that I would rather have a guy that has fear, because he's going to be smart all the time. He's going to be a guy that's going to be aware of things that you need to be aware of. If he's so-called fearless, he's going to walk into all kinds of things that are not going to allow him to be a fighter.
He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. Final 10 seconds of round number one. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. End of the round here, a round that saw a lot of action, the kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that coming in.
You gotta give me the double jab. You're not giving me the double jab. You're only giving me one jab at a time, okay? You got that? You're only giving me one jab at a time. Don't look for just big punches, okay?
Here we go. Round two is underway. Nice block by the greatest. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Able to counter that attack. Teddy, you've made the point a few times that, hey, it's nice to have something where you got the superior advantage. In this case, he's got the speed. But you can't fall in love with it too much.
No, because what happens then, you're like a teenager that gets one of those sport cars. You know, he gets carried away. He doesn't respect the speed yet. And he starts to run red lights. He starts to do things that he shouldn't do. And that's what's happening here. He's starting to jump in with those quick hands. He figures he doesn't have to respect the dimensions other guys have to. And when he's jumping in, he might get caught. There might be a cop there or a punch there to nail him.
Alexander's a pro, but he's not a well-rounded pro because a better level of fighter would be committing to the body more here, wouldn't he, Teddy?
Yeah, well, first of all, he would recognize that that's where he's supposed to be going now that his opponent, you know, is taking off a little bit with those fast shoes. No better way to take those shoes off his feet than to go downstairs.
Really a lot of consistency from him with the right hand. Smart counterpunch by Alexander. Last 10 seconds. He gets hit, but he gives it right back. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
Wait for him to go. Breathe. Take a deep breath. Great job, man. You're doing well.
And round number 3 is underway. Good block by the professional. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. He got hit, but he sends it right back. Alexander's proving to be elusive. His opponent wanted the body, he wouldn't give it to him. Fine work right there by Alexander. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Able to cover up that gut.
Get your hands up.
Good stuff in the opening 2 minutes. A minute to go in this round. Nice block by the greatest. Accuracy an issue there. Didn't land that straight right hand. Good combination by Alexander. Good way to protect the midsection. Good return fire that time. I don't think that blood's going to be a big deal in terms of his vision. It's on the cheek. He just doesn't want any cut to worsen. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. End of the round is upon us. And if the next round holds up like that, we're going to be in for a real treat.
No, we will be, because both these guys have the philosophy that their best defense is their offense.
Your head, okay? Side to side. Lean to the side, then boom! Counter punch. Don't worry about it. The swelling is nothing. Just
Here we go with the fourth round. Well off the mark by Alexander. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. And another jab comes in by Alexander. Alexander's jab continues to carry the day. He's wanted it, he's gotten it. Solid counter punch by the professional. Targets a counter overhand right. Alexander's got a real problem, and he knows it, because that eye is worsening, and if it seals all the way shut, if it's swollen that badly, we could see a stoppage in this fight.
Yes, we can. And right now, what should be seen is the corner of his opponent should see that advantage. And a fighter needs to see that advantage and be told that. And move to the right place. Move to the side and throw the kind of punches that can take advantage of that eye being closed.
And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. Holy cow! The professional's legs look shaky. He was hurt. Alexander's trying to get his man off of him. You see him shot. What a precision body shot that was, and it scores the knockdown. Somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
Final 10 seconds. End of the round. So he scores the knockdown and now heads back to his corner. Teddy, do you ever have to calm a guy down after he scored a knockdown?
That's a really great point, because a lot of times that can be the turning point, but not for your guy that scored the knockdown, for the other guy. Because sometimes when you score a knockdown, you start to think it's going to be an easy night, and you forget what you knew when you came in. That it wasn't going to be an easy night. You were going to have to bring all the tools out of the tool shed, and it's important to remember that.
Not giving me enough punches, okay? Throw more punches, jab, jab, hook.
He's got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
You're taking too many punches. Hands on, punch. Keep moving.
What a good counterpunch by Alexander. You get the sense that they know no other way how to fight. They are going at it, back and forth, toe-to-toe, punch for punch. And a smart counterpunch by Alexander. Very nice job landing that counterpunch, getting away from one that was coming at him. The professional's doing exactly what he's always done stylistically, Teddy. Now, he was knocked down earlier, so what he always does got him in this position.
Yeah, he understands his identity. He understands that, he's going to win or lose the man that he is, the fighter that he is. He just has to make sure that he makes a few adaptations.
Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counterpuncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
Up top he goes. We come to the end of this round. Teddy, a round in which maybe a lot of trainers don't like to see because it was a very busy round for both guys.
Well, it depends what kind of style, what kind of strength your fighter has, or even what kind of weaknesses. If I had a guy who likes to box, who likes to counterpunch, I want a guy coming at him. Not with a lot of TNT in his gloves, but coming forward where my guy is well suited, he can pick him off a little bit.
The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going to distance based on what we've witnessed so far. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. Oh, a nice two-punch combo by Alexander. Alexander's hand speed right now, the difference with what we just saw, able to land that combination.
Yeah, he's probably going to need a little bit more down the road, but right now, that's got him in front.
Use your feet.
Good job on the two-punch combo by the professional. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense.
Head moving. Keep your head moving.
90 seconds to go here in this round. A little defense turns to offense by Alexander.
Keep your head.
A good block. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
Blocks that belt line well. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by the greatest. Blocks the headshot. And this round comes to an end. A round that was highly entertaining. They put forth a non-stop effort.
But that's the styles that they figured to bring to this fight. Both guys with good motors.
Don't stand in front of him. Oh, time. He's got nothing left, okay? Just go for the head. Knock him out. Done.
Halfway through this fight as this round gets underway here. Been interesting so far. Who knows what we're in store for down the stretch. A headshot blocked. The professional's clearly behind on points, wouldn't you agree?
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
And he's taken a pretty good amount of punishment.
Yeah, he's starting to get a little bit ragged there.
How does he turn things around?
Well, what he's got to do right now, look, the guy has shown he has a good chin. So forget that. Don't keep going to that same place because he's already shown you he's good. He's got that nice whiskers. Go downstairs to the body. See if he takes you good down there.
Able to dismiss it.
Still not moving enough. Move! Carter, keep working the jab.
Very clean offense from defense by Alexander. Alexander's making for a very frustrating round now for his opponent because he's moving so much. He's really utilizing that ring and showing that he's got the better footwork.
Yeah, he's doing what the old timers would say, Joe. He's giving angles, keeping his opponent off balance. His opponent is strong, but he needs to be set to punch. He's making sure he doesn't allow him to get set. Doesn't give him that kind of landscape.
Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Protecting his head well with his guard. He just missed that shot up top. Alexander's got to deal with a cut on his cheek right now. The good news is it's below the eye, but still, it can get nasty as the fight progresses. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Not precise at all by Alexander. Round comes to an end. And that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic. And that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you're seeing proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
You need to capitalize on his mistakes. I want to see that counter hook. Make him pay for his mistakes. And we're going to cut it. No.
They are back to action here, but that action has only favored one man. Completely one-sided. Hard to see the scorecards coming into play here with how dominating he's been. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. A headshot blocked. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Alexander's back by a left hand. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Clean offense from defense by Alexander. Good block by Alexander. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Not able to land the headshot. Good way to protect the midsection. Alexander's got a cut. It looks like it's below the eye, on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored. Accurate counter punch by Alexander. He's getting him into position there. You can see him backing him up against the ropes. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down blue or red corner what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
We'll take care of it, but it's nothing. Small cut, nothing to worry about.
Back to action now. We're underway in what has been a completely one-sided fight. You get the sense this one may not go the distance. He just missed that shot up top. Wow, great action right from the start. Hey, I don't know that they can keep up this pace, but if they do, what a night we got ahead of us.
Yeah, we're getting tired just watching this early part.
Blocks away that headshot. Good defense just covering up down low. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Good block by Alexander. Good stuff in the opening 2 minutes. A minute to go in this round. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Blocks that belt line well.
Keep circling. Don't stand in front of me. All right. If we're gonna cut, get on that.
They start up again. Back to action here with another round. But who knows how much longer it'll last. This has been a completely one-sided fight. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. The professional's got to be really careful there, Teddy. I mean, he's leaving himself wide open.
And what's going to happen next? See, he's leaving himself open. He hasn't paid for anything yet, but that will be coming before you know it.
He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, with special effects have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Well-placed counter punch by the professional. To go in what has been a memorable round. Great stuff from these two. Well, you could see what he wanted to do there, but unable to land that body shot. Alexander's now in a spot that many fighters have faced numerous times, and that is, how do you deal with seeing your own blood and knowing that you have incurred some serious damage? Look at that cut around the eye.
Well, for a fighter to be able to move to the top, he's got to be tested in a lot of areas. Sometimes the test comes when he's hurt. He's hit on the chin. He's dropped for the first time. Sometimes the test comes when you drop the other guy and he gets up and he comes at you. And sometimes the test comes in the form of a cut. When you see your first blood, when you see it that it's your blood, how do you behave? We're going to find out right now.
Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. That is nothing. A small cut, nothing to worry about.
Another round underway, but how many more will we see? You get the sense this fight could be heading towards a stoppage. That's a good block by the greatest. Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. Good defense, just covering up down low. Blocks that belt line well. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. What a great round. 2 minutes in, 60 seconds to go. Blocks the headshot. Halfway through what is one of the best rounds you'll ever see. Just great action.
No, it's unbelievable. I mean, if you love roller coasters, you go to an amusement park. If you want to see left hooks, right hands, every direction, great chins, great endurance, great heart, you come to this fight. You stay right here.
That is it. This fight is over. The greatest is your winner by TKO. The ref has seen enough.
To the fight by way of TKO.
Alexander's your winner by TKO, Teddy.
He did a great job. From the beginning to the end, there was never a doubt.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us. Enjoy the rest of your evening.